Hey, what's up? This is Mike, and I'm V, and this is the Mike and V Bodybuilding Show, episode 21 at the Mecca MetroFlex. How's it going, Mike?
It's going good, bro. Back at home, MetroFlex Gym, Josh Barnett's gym. Once again, if you guys get an opportunity, come on down, check out the gym. We'll let you work out for free. Of course, we want you to be a member, too.
Before I forget, we forgot last time, but our sponsors, MHTH, Peoria Ford, Serious Nutrition Solutions, thank you for everything. We have an unexpected guest today, I know. And a good friend of ours, and a national level girl, and homegrown here also in Arizona.
One of AZ's own.
In the house.
In the house.
Elle Delallo in the house. Come on out,
Come on in, Elle.
Nice to see you.
How's it going, guys?
Hey,
Good to see you.
Good.
Good. She's back in Phoenix now, but you're actually not back in Phoenix, but you're from Tucson, but you just moved up here.
Right. I just came up here about a month ago.
Nice.
Tucson, Arizona.
Are you going to be working out at MetroFlex, or where's your home gym now?
Of course, I'll be working out at MetroFlex. So if you guys want to come work out with me, I'll be here.
Actually, the sister gym too, out in you're working out over there too a little bit, aren't you?
Right. There's a new sister gym called Bella Fitness, and that's off of Priest, and it's in Tempe. So I'll be working over there and working out over there. So if you guys
She's
want to
everywhere.
check it out.
Elle
I
Delallo.
literally travel the whole metro area just to work out at every gym. Keep
Yeah.
it fun.
So, well, with that real quick, over at Bella's gym, what are you doing over there? Are you doing personal training over there? Are you doing consulting? Like, what's the role for Elle over at this new gym?
So basically, I run my own online business, ellefoxx.com, and what I kind of wanted to do was offer a home-based gym for people in the local area that want to train one-on-one with me.
Cool.
Just because, and also too, I have a lot of clients all over the United States.
Sure.
And so for women who want to travel out to me and do like boot camps and things like that, it's great to have kind of a more home-based gym that they can come in and train one-on-one with me. So I can offer that.
Perfect.
So it's ellefoxx.com if they want to get a hold of you.
Yeah, ellefoxx.com with 2 X's.
Yes. And then it's Elle Foxx Fitness is actually your business name.
Elle Foxx Fitness, yeah.
Well, let's go back to that just real quick before we go. The online thing. I've been seeing it a lot. Everyone seems like it's kind of catching on now. Tell me a little bit about what separates Elle from the rest of the new online people that are happening out there. Why are people going to want to come see you?
Okay, number one, I am not a cookie cutter diet girl.
Good.
I offer specific plans to every client. I'm very, very personal. I literally will give you my cell phone number. I'm there 24/7 for support. We do weekly check-ins. I have a really, really great support base. So, if you're doing well and you're a client of mine, I'm going to shout you. You're going to get so much virtual support through all of my clients online as well, and via Facebook, Instagram, all of my social outlets. But on top of that, I think that I've trained myself with so many different online coaches that, not just online, but in-person coaches, some of the best of the best. And
Kim Otto, she's a bombshell. Lane Norton is your new trainer.
Currently,
really,
yeah.
You have a lot of knowledge. I mean, I've
Thank
seen
you.
your testimonials and your clients, and you're obviously yourself. But
Thank you.
I mean, you know what you're doing.
And you're not just, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I was looking at a couple of your posts, I noticed that was there some males that you're working with too?
Oh, I work with,
So
actually.
it's not, what I'm saying is that there's
Yes.
not just the women's spectrum that you're working
No,
with, right? You have a
no.
pretty wide spectrum of people that you're working with. That's awesome.
Majority of my online client base, not even kidding you, when it comes to one-on-one, are men, which is funny because I'm like, okay, well, this guy wants to do a show and he's a bodybuilder and he wants to work with me. Why doesn't he want to work with another? But I feel like when it comes to somebody who's looking for more of a nutritional aspect, I'm extremely talented when it comes to nutrition. I've been doing this for so long, and I think if somebody's really reaching towards that, side of it, they don't really need so much help with the training. I'm number one with
Sure.
nutrition, and I feel that personally, nutrition for me and for almost all women, even in men as well, nutrition is number one. Like
Sure.
you can't have the body without.
Right. What what percentage do you put on that? I always ask that question.
I truly believe for women, I would say 85%. 85% of how you look. For men, I'd say 75.
Abs are made in the kitchen.
Absolutely. My abs, straight kitchen. Like I could like not work out for 6 months and I could be shredded as long as I'm just eating perfect.
Right.
Like perfect diet. It's crazy because your muscle, as long as you're eating enough to maintain that muscle, you're going to keep it. You're not gonna, you'll lose it slowly, but in the same sense, for women especially, I could be shredded for so long. So.
Right.
And you're a national level girl. I mean, you're aspiring to get your IFBB pro card. But are you training people outside of the bodybuilding arena too?
Yes. Actually, you know, I train a lot of competitors, a lot of girls who are looking to, I mean, pretty much compete eventually. But majority of the clients that come to me, I mean, they're average people. I mean, they're people who want to lose 40, 50, sometimes close to 100 pounds. And that's truly my biggest passion. I mean, I love competing. I love that aspect of it. But also, too, I just want to change lives.
Well, and it's pretty self-rewarding when you do that, because I think that, and that's the spectrum that I think we try to pass through is, there's this bodybuilding community and everybody kind of has that basic education of how to do it. But there's such a huge community out there that really doesn't get the idea, and so it's the guidance of people like yourself, like us, that see that. And then you see these people losing, you know, 40, 20, 80 pounds, and
Right.
that in itself is pretty darn self-rewarding. So it's
Back
really
to the
cool.
competitive body and the
Yes.
training and the contest prep. You not only doing the online training or physically training them in the gym, but posing clinics. I mean, I've seen your posing routines. I mean, they're pretty well thought out. So talk about your posing.
You know, I have literally done posing classes with the current Miss Olympia, the previous Miss Olympias. So, you know, I'm talking Bikini Olympia here. And when it comes to bikini, you know, it's all about that swagger. You've got to have the attitude. And all in all, I might never have the best, most shredded body on stage, but my posing trumps so many of those girls up there, and just because of the attitude I bring and the confidence I bring to the stage. And I feel that, you know, if women don't have that, even if they have the body, they're not going to go up there and they're not going to see results.
Right.
They're not going to win. And, you know, I talk to so many judges. I'm friends with so many judges, and I get all of their feedback. I'm very, very active in the competing community just to make sure I can give these girls the best possible class you know, out there. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I
You're the one that
offer.
taught me about what are they, adaptations. So, you know, and the rebound. And Mike talks about how it's much different for a girl after a show. Talk about that a little bit.
So I've trained with a lot of coaches, you know, and I loved all my coaches in their own way. I believe every coach has girls that love them, and some girls aren't really made to work with them. But I think that when it comes to like metabolism and things like that, a lot of coaches don't really look past, okay, these 12 weeks I'm with this girl, what's going to happen to her after this 12
Well,
weeks?
you're correct, and that's actually more important than the 12 weeks of dieting, because for women, and we've talked about this, and I'm sure you can attest to yourself, that rebound afterwards has such an effect on their self-image and the mental part of it, the messing with, you know, all these emotions that come through it, you know. And again, with a guy, it's let me gain 30 pounds in a week and life is good. But for a
what
woman,
do you tell a girl?
Yeah, what do you do? How do you make them comfortable? What is it that how do you cradle them?
What I offer that's different with my contest preps is I offer reverse dieting, and I believe that's something that regardless of men or women, whoever you are, you have to do it post-show. You can't just go out, binge eat, and gain a shit ton of weight, a ton of weight, and, you know, be like, oh my God, what happened to me? Well, you know, while you're starving your body, if you're with a coach that does that to you, your body's adapting to that process.
Sure.
Your body every day is like, okay, I'm going to expect this 2 hours of cardio every single day.
Absolutely.
So then you stop doing it after a show, what's going to happen? Even if you just don't do the cardio and you're eating normally, you're going to gain a ton of weight.
Sure.
So a lot of girls don't really know that, and it's really sad that I feel a lot of these online coaches maybe aren't informed or don't know any of this either. You know, and that's why I specifically work with Lane Norton, my coach, because he understands this, and he's amazing. He's been a big eye-opener for me as well, because I myself have went through this, so that's why I want to only offer these kind of services to other girls out there. I'm extremely passionate about being healthy beyond your prep. If
And
you're
that's
not,
kind of, and that's kind of the message that at least what we've gotten from the coaches that we've had on our show so far is, which is good to hear. You know, it's good to see that people are starting to understand that it's not just 12 weeks. It's really like 24 weeks.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
It's really
yeah.
like 24 weeks that you need to carry these people, because again, until they understand about that rebound effect and how that body is going to react,
Right.
you know, it's very important. So I commend you for that. So that's awesome.
And those that don't know Elle Delallo, I mean, she lives and breathes fitness lifestyle. I saw her win the overall
Lifestyle.
2010, go on to the USA's, come this close to getting her pro card at second place. Done countless shows after that, and then across the spectrum, fifth place at junior nationals. So, you know, how's it feel to go? You know, you're right there on the cusp of being an IFBB pro, and you know, going up and down. And tell us about your journey.
You know, I've had so many up and downs in my roads, but just to keep it simple, I mean, I love competing. I have a love for it, and I would always try to talk myself out of it because, well, this is bad for you, you know, and you have to go through the dieting process, and this is terrible. But at the end of the day, I love to compete. It is a passion of mine. It is a sport. I think it's an extremely hard sport, and I think if
It
anybody
is hard.
truly loves it, they're going to work hard and they're going to do it.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that's it for me, and so I'll keep doing it until I can't anymore, probably. I'll take good breaks in between now, and I have a very healthy approach to my competing, so I will never push my limits. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I'm so blessed that I've come this far and that I've created such an amazing business and following behind my name. It's amazing. I'm so lucky. So.
Well, and you have that going for you. There's no question. You have a big following, and I think that outside of the bodybuilding, when I say bodybuilding, I refer to all aspects of it.
Right.
I think you've done a great job marketing yourself. I think you're very marketable. I think you're going to continue to grow, and you have a huge influx. So with that, you're going to be successful, and you've latched onto that. So that's something to be very proud of.
And coming up as a young girl, you're still young. You're going to be 23, I think, right?
23 years old, guys.
You know, and coming up as a young girl, I mean, you're stronger than some of the boys. Talk about how you boys been athletic.
Well,
I hate that you brought that up right now.
No, I never did sports in high school. I never did. You know, I grew up with a single mom, so we didn't really ever watch sports. We just weren't into them.
Right.
But, you know, I grew up doing actually belly dancing, and because I loved Shakira as a kid.
Sure.
And that was my first taste in the fitness when I was really young, like 13. And after that, I actually fell in love with fitness when I was around 16, 17. I fell in love with boxing and Muay Thai and kickboxing, and after that, I just kind of started getting more into it. I wanted to look like Maxim magazine. Who doesn't? When they first see one, they're like,
Who
"Oh my
was the
god!"
girl that you wanted
Oh my
to
goodness.
look like?
You know, I don't really have any specifics, but I remember this was like a huge motivation for me. I would go online to Victoria's Secret, and I'd pick out like 6 bikinis. I'd spend my whole paycheck, and I'd say, "You're gonna wear these in 2 months, and you're gonna look just like this girl." And I'm like, that was my first motivation. It was so funny because I had this huge bikini collection. I know where to wear them, except for like my own little pool, but you know, so. And yeah,
So you know what setting goals is important, obviously. You know.
I believe truly that if you set short-term goals, that's the biggest way to reach a long-term goal.
Absolutely.
Every day you have to. I set goals each day. Like I set goals by the end of the day. I want to be productive and I want to get this and this and this done. And regardless of what it is, if I don't get it done, you know, it just doesn't feel like I had a fulfilled day. So I'm very, very goal-oriented every day. So.
We actually share the same sponsor. You have Serious Nutrition Solutions. Anybody you'd like to thank outside of your sponsors, maybe family member, that kind of helps you, through the tough times of dieting and just this rigorous fitness lifestyle?
I have so many people to thank. I mean, mainly, honestly, it's all my fans and friends online. They're my biggest. None of my family does fitness or, bodybuilding, or they're into it at all. Nobody even meets someone healthy in my family, but it's funny. I'm like such an oddball. I don't have too many, close friends just because I do what I do. I don't really go out ever. I mean, I don't really do much because I'm so into my fitness life and I love it, and I'm just kind of like an 88-year-old in a 23-year-old body.
Right.
But hey,
Well, no, you
I'll
really
be kicking
are.
still when I'm like
right.
88,
No,
I'll
to
be
be
alive.
someone that's 22, living the dream, doing what she loves, and I mean, your business is blowing up.
Yeah.
So, congratulations on that too.
Thank you. I'm so excited, and I just got featured in
Iron Man.
Iron Man magazine.
Congratulations.
So if you guys haven't checked it out, run to your nearest grocery store or Barnes and Noble. Iron Man magazine. I'm a 10-page spread, 10 pages of
Wow.
me,
Wow,
all
very cool.
soaking wet. It was a very long shoot, but thank you to Savannah Naveau and Michael Naveau. Michael Naveau is an amazing photographer. And his daughter, Savannah Naveau, she's just gorgeous and she's so inspiring. Follow her on Instagram, Muffin Topless. If you haven't seen her, amazingly inspiring. She's so inspiring. So,
Awesome.
but yeah, it was a really fun shoot. So,
Great.
What are we thinking the next time you're getting on stage?
it's been a toss-up. I've been considering doing this last, national show of the year, which is in November, but I just have a lot of family events coming up,
Sure.
and I just moved, so I'm debating if I'm still national level. Next year I'll be national level, I don't like to push it, and I'd rather bring my best self. So, longer time you have, better self you're going to bring.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, it's all up in the air, but trust me, my social media will have that posted. So,
Right.
you guys just follow
Sure
me.
it will.
Well,
Follow
it's
me.
not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you get that IFBB Pro card. And we're all big fans, and we're so stoked to have you on the show. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
I guess that's it. You want to thank anybody, Mike?
Hey, we want to thank Elle for coming on the show.
You're awesome.
Go grab that Iron Man magazine.
Elle Foxx, XXX.com. Elle Foxx Fitness.
Yes.
Mike Best. Elle Foxx.
Delallo. Vincent VJ Hils on the Mike and V Bodybuilding Show platform for all bodybuilders.
We're out,
Thanks
guys.
for watching.
Thank you.